Alright, hey guys, I'm going to do an updated video on the chaeto for the Kessil experiment. Actually, this is the final video for the experiment, because I went back and forth with the wrong light. Whereas the originally I put the H380 light in here, which is this Kessil here, originally. And it grew chaeto like crazy. So I had the bright idea to replace that with a lower wattage light, the H80. And what it basically did was it kept the chaeto alive for about a month, but it didn't grow. And growing is the whole reason you want to do this in the first place. Are you kidding? And so what happened is, after about a month, the chaeto started to break like glass, and it stayed the same color, but it broke up like glass, and I had to take it all out, and it was a mess for 2 days. It got into the display, which is fine because the fish ate it like crazy, but I learned my lesson. So I ended up going back with the H380, the bigger light, the 90-watt light, and I started with a baseball size chaeto, and in about a month it's tripled in size. Well, it's quite a bit more. After about a week it doubled, and then it just kept doubling every week. So I've actually been taking about a quarter of a week out of here and throwing it out because it's growing so like crazy. So this is the right light. The whole purpose is to outcompete the display lights, which are radions, so they're putting out quite a bit of intense light. So to counter that, it just makes sense with this one. So mystery solved. The other thing I recently did about a month ago was I've added a calcium reactor, and this regulator as well, this carbon doser. Right now I've got it set, and it's very consistent with about it's one bubble every 4 seconds. And I've got the effluent line, drilled a hole in the sump here, and the effluent line comes into that chamber and then flows into the microalgae, or macroalgae rather. So I think that's actually caused this to grow even more. It's like on steroids with the with any CO2 that may be coming out of that effluent flowing into here may have actually also boosted the growth. So what I am seeing is pH levels are actually even more consistent than they were, and I think this has something to do with it for sure. I mean, it's extremely consistent, as well as I've got tons of pods in here that are feeding my mandarin, and he's fat and happy. And that's all he eats for these pods. And I know where he is right now, but he's usually all over the place. But anyways, so my last video where I thought I was there he is. Where I thought I was going to be very slick and creative and do this with the smaller light. That was a mistake. So I would definitely go with this bigger light. All right, thanks.